such detail, and it really is great information. I'm as you're saying it, getting the chills of knowing how many internet gurus are out there giving such watered down or distorted advice to people who are desperate to
Yeah.
take it. And I'm not in the business of like lobbing bombs and criticizing people, but the internet has made it so that people can get access to incredibly nuanced information, but they're getting kind of distorted views of it. And we see it in pretty much every form of physical performance and training and nutrition. Um, and I just wonder how, like, first off, how hard is it for you as a genuinely um, skilled coach? How hard is it for you to deal with maybe kids who are coming in with preconceived notions that are just so far off? And then also, what you would say if and I hate to paint you into a corner, but what would be your kind of foundational or umbrella advice for someone who wants to be healthier and engage in a variety of uh, activities of that, who wants to commit to a healthier lifestyle, but
Sure.
they're pulling themselves in different directions.
So the first question, as far as like the younger athletes coming to you, I think now there's certain compounds that are so easily accessible. There's even compounds that you can buy over the counter, SARMs, and a lot of things that, and you'll have young men wanting to take them because this influencer they follow suggests it, or I've had some say their football coach suggested it. Um, and I made a post about that a while back. If you're a parent of one of these young athletes and stuff, talk to them about what it is that they're wanting to do, that they're doing. Like, find out. Like, don't just say, okay, well, that's what he wants. It can be very detrimental to their hormone production. You know, um, I think a lot of times the parents just see the word SARM, they don't even know what it means, but that
Right.
A stands for androgen.
Right.
Selective androgen receptor modulators, and so it's altering and affecting the same receptors that work on testosterone, androgens, male hormones. So it can and will disrupt hormone production. And you have kids 16, 17 years old taking that, not understanding that they're setting themselves up, for poor health later, poor hormone levels, and so on. Um, but again, to your point, anybody who has a phone even can upload any information they want.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be, um, and to touch on your second question here, if I want to get better at jujitsu, I'd go to a gym and hire a coach, right? If I want to get better at MMA, if I want to get better at anything, I hire a coach. Um, and the same concept here. We can do the trial. The we can try it ourselves and be our own guinea pig. But whenever we're doing that with our health, you don't get too many attempts at that without causing issues. So, hiring somebody who does understand, even if you work with them for a period of time just to get a better understanding of how you need to eat for your goals, for your body type, for your health issues. Because I think so many people, they see compounds out there, they see things. It's like, are you healthy enough to be doing this, first of all?
Right.
I mean, when you you can't just throw in a bunch of gear and a bunch of other stuff and just say, okay, well, that's, it's just like a multivitamin. I'll just take that and be okay.
Right.
There's certain things that you need to be healthy enough to take. And even taking them can cause certain aspects of your blood panels to fall off. Like if your cholesterol's in a horrible spot already, chances are you don't need to be running a boatload of tests and taking a bunch of AIs that's going to, harm that again. So my suggestion first, whenever people say, well, I want to do this, or I want to compete, I want to do, especially in ways of bodybuilding, it's like, get with the coach and get healthy. Your body's going to respond better when you're healthy. It's if you've got excess body fat and you've got insulin resistance, you're not even going to respond well to carbs. How are you going to grow and get better without actually putting on more body fat? So getting healthy first, getting your blood panels in check, and then, should you decide to go onto other levels or into deeper water with those things, then discuss it with a professional. But yeah, just because you can acquire products doesn't mean that you have any knowledge on them, and you need to be taking them without help and assistance.